donors, and it's fair to say there was no mechanism such as a National Security Council or a Cabinet Office where you'd expect those sort of convergence of ideas to happen. Also, what was a chief concern was the marginalisation of non-traditional security ministries. And if you wonder what I mean by that, if I took, for example, the Ministry of Finance, which would be on any given day a fine upstanding institution, save for the fact that it was put under this huge amount of pressure by the police and military to allocate resources that it didn't have, or in a very inappropriate way. So obviously that marginalisation and pressure was pretty unwelcome. And also poor resources and chronic infrastructure shortages. And I guess the challenge here was trying to sort of think medium to long term with a strategic plan or idea for sort of looking 5 years ahead in a country where most people can't even get beyond today or tomorrow to work out how they're going to live and how they're going to feed themselves. And that's an interesting conundrum in itself. Facts and statistics. Between 2001 and 2006, the UK spent a total of 82 million on SSR programs through the African Conflict Prevention Corps. This basically was a funding mechanism. It was a tripartite agreement between the MOD, the Foreign Commonwealth Office and DFID. In your money, that's Department of Defence, State and USAID. Although that rate has decreased slightly, I think in the current state of play, if you were to stop taking 2011, it's something like £200 million. And of course, a significant majority of this, 68.5, has been spent in Sierra Leone, either between the IMAT, which is the Military Assistance and Training Team, or DFID, which, as I've already highlighted, is your equivalent of USAID. Contributions to the DDR process, community reintegration, police support and non-ACP funds put the spend up to about 175, and that's since 2001. And also just to be aware those other security justice programs that are ongoing as well, 25 million and a further 20 million to be spent as well. Strategic engagement. It was political commitment at the highest level. The British Prime Minister at the time was a gentleman who I'm sure you've heard of called Tony Blair. Read into that what you will. What I would say that I think there's a hand of fate in this, that what I wasn't aware of is that his father actually taught at Freetown University, believe it or not, the School of Law, and how prescient that is that I'm sort of here today talking about this, Sierra Leone in the School of Law. So I guess when this landed on his desk with a commitment to sort of be a force for good in Africa, combined with his own familial links, you just can't help thinking there was a sort of hand of fate there. Also the complementary defence, development and diplomatic efforts, those three departments coming together, there was a sense that the ACPP, that sort of tri-departmental fund, was formed just about the time that Sierra Leone was starting to deteriorate, and it was hoped that this would be a timely model to demonstrate those three organisations working together